Hey everyone, how you all keeping today? This is Peter, also known as AP, also known as the Positivity Naught, as I'm all about positivity and fun, and that's what this Tug of Bricks channel is all about. And this week we've got another Lego City set from 2023. And the reference number before we kickstart this one is as follows. This one is 60373. And we've got yet another fireboat on the horizon. And I've got to be honest, I may as well just come clean with you all and just admit it. I am a big fan of fireboats. I absolutely love the Lego ones. And I like to build them all, of all various sizes and stuff. But this could well be the final one to come this year of 2025, as I think we've covered about at least 4 already, if I'm not mistaken, as there was one from 1987 and 1991 and the 2010 one we did back in August, and now we've got this one as fireboat number 4. So this will very likely and probably will be the final fireboat we'll be covering in this build. Anyway, as you know me by now, I don't collect boxes as such. I do break the seals on them. I'm not a collector. I'm just a casual builder that likes to have fun. That's what my channel's all about. But here we go. It does say that both of these boats do float on water, which is stated there on the box. So I don't know if we can attach motors to them. Some of these smaller new ones you can't, but you can tow them with older boats that do have the ability to take a motor. But anyway, let's crack this open then, shall we? So we'll pop our finger in here through this seal here, and I'm just going to try and pry this open with my finger, then we'll pull the flap out. That's what I did with the ice cream truck. Try that again, Peter. The donut truck that we did back in July. That's right, the donut truck. Anyway, what we got here then? We've got a box full of goodies, haven't we, folks? Yeah? Right. Pop that down there. And here we are. Got some stickers. I don't mind them. In fact, these go on quite easily than I thought they would, but I don't mind stickers. I can take them or leave them. We do have booklet number 1, that's for the dinghy, and we do have booklet number 2, that's for the fireboat. And speaking of which, we've got the hull right there, so we'll arrange this accordingly so we can build it up in unison. And we've got bag number 1, which I believe is for the dinghy, and we've got bag number 2 that goes for the fireboat. So there we are. It's all fairly straightforward, easy to go. I'm not sure if I'll need this sticker for the dinghy or not, but we have got some interesting parts. That purple coloured one might apply to some of this. So I know what you're all here for, and I know what you're anticipating and getting excited about. You're getting excited for the time-lapse build, aren't you? I sure am. And without further ado there, let's get started and let's get this all done then. Looking forward to starting this one. And it's another floating boat set that I have in my collection, and I am super happy today. So let's crack on with it then, and I'll speak to you all again at the end of the video. There we go. This one's all nicely done, and I have to say I've had to stick the firefighter with the Hydra pack on his back. I think that's what the name of it is. It looks kind of like a jetpack, but it blasts a lot of water at the flames. And the cannons do somewhat work. However, got this flame set here. That was quite simple to build. However, these don't fire too well. So it's a bit of a hit and miss on this one. And to be honest, I have built better, more fun looking fireboats, but from 2023 this one ain't bad, but it could have been better, as unfortunately only one of these cannons on the Hydra pack works properly. The other one tends to just jam, so that can be something worth just taking note of if you decide to get one of these. Another thing I want to point out is that neither the dinghy or the boat itself, like this one here, there's no way to attach a motor to this. When I did the sailboat back in May, I honestly thought there was a provision here to apply a mount for a motor, so it's back to the drawing board. And considering other companies like Playmobil that do smaller boats, it's a bit of a letdown. But you can, if you want to, if you have an older boat that can take a motor, you can tow this. So you could put this behind the 2010 fireboat and it would be happy enough to tow this if you had added a tow line to that one, or possibly the 1987 fireboat. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticising this set at all, but it does have its limitations as well as its advantages. It does float on water, which is always a good thing, as it does use the same hull but in a different colour as the sailboat does from 2024. Just to let you all know, this is a 2023 release. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I can give an honest perspective for this set, and it is the last fireboat to come this year of 2025, as I'm going to cover some other Lego sets as we draw this year to a close. But in all honesty with you all folks, I really have enjoyed building this one, and I want to say big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed this time-lapse build, please give it lots of likes. It really is appreciated. It will help the video work with the YouTube algorithm to get it around YouTube and stuff, and I'd be delighted to hear your feedback on this 2023 Lego set. And my message to Lego would be, can we have some of the larger fireboats back, please, as around 2026 or 2027 would be fine, as you have made some cracking fireboats in the past, and it would be great to see a larger one make a return with something similar to that of the fireboats from 1987, 1991, and the one I covered back in August that was from 2010, as that was a very fun set. But anyway, that's just my perspective on this whole Lego set, and it does come with 3 minifigures, 2 are firefighters and 1 is a diver. Also, you've got the 2 facial expressions, and I've chose this one for her to have a cool and calm and collective persona, because although disaster may strike, she remained extremely calm when the fire was put out by the Hydra, or the Hydra pack with this firefighter that he's using. But anyway, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video and you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please feel free to consider subscribing to this channel, as I do these uploads every Monday, and I cover Lego sets from various years, including new releases of this year, right back towards the 80s at least, and I do plan to go much further back eventually, as I would like to cover some of the 1970s Lego, as well as some of the other interesting sets from Lego of the 1980s and the 1990s. And one of my ambitious goals for 2026 is to cover some of the Lego castle sets, as well as the pirates, space, and other interesting themes that will come in 2026. Anyway, just want to say big thank you for watching, everyone. Really appreciate your support, really appreciate your feedback. I do welcome your comments, and I do read and respond to all of them. But till next time, have a cracking week, stay positive, stay happy, keep on enjoying Lego, keep on being creative, and I will see you in the next upload to come next Monday. All the best, everyone, and keep warm.